language war that has been reignited once again in Karnataka, specifically talking about Bengaluru. The pictures that have been coming in this afternoon where pro-Kannada activists belonging to Karnataka Rakshana Vedike went on a rampage in the Silicon City, tearing down English signboards after the civic body's 60% signage Kannada order that they have been asked to comply from till the 28th of February. Whether it comes to airports, restaurants, signboards and flexes in public that came under the ire of these activists, as the pro-Kannada outfits have also now warned shops to put up billboards in the local language immediately into effect. And soon after the BBMP's diktat, the Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah also said that the establishment will have to comply with the order before the 28th of February next year. Now, the pro-Kannada outfits rampage came days after BBMP issued a diktat requiring all of the shops and businesses in Bengaluru to put up name boards or signages, but at least 60% of Kannada that should be included. And this move has now met with mixed reactions, with some of them supporting the promotion of local language and the others concerned about the cost and the inconvenience of changing their signboards. Recently, the BBMP chief has also met the pro-Kannada activists, saying that they will ensure that all commercial establishments in Bengaluru will comply with the order. We have Neha joining us live right now. Neha, as far as business establishments are concerned, they still have time. And the deadline that has been set is till the 28th of February. Then why are we looking at protests and such outfits going on a rampage?
Well, Amita, that's exactly the question that we've been raising here. You know, it's really quite unfortunate that people over here, especially the pro-Kannada activists, are being allowed to take law into their own hands. We're seeing not one, but at least 4 commercial establishments, you know, further down this entire airport road, which is, of course, towards the end of this road. More than 4 commercial establishments have been vandalized. Few of them, despite having a Kannada signboard, were still vandalized. Remember, billboards also were torn down on the main airport road. A traffic jam was created there. Ambulances were seen stuck. The police was, in fact, of course, you know, being forced, of course, I beg your pardon, even as they went on to detain them, we saw absolute chaos there with these protesters even going on to climb the police vans. It's really most unfortunate that even as the government has set up a deadline right now of the month of February for all of these establishments to put up those signages, despite that, you have, of course, these activists here. In fact, you know, earlier also we confronted the activists there and questioned as to why they're going on to disrupt normalcy, inconvenience the public, when there is still at least about 2 months' time for these establishments to put up the boards. But they, of course, you know, have a rather bizarre demand that it all be done by the end of today itself. Of course, the police managed to detain them later, but it was absolute chaos and ruckus here with the commuters to and from the airport. You know, there has been a considerable delay, a massive traffic pile-up. In fact, you know, this very road that you see is a sub-arterial road that leads up to the airport. There's generally not a lot of, you know, vehicles traveling on this road, but just the fact that the entire main road today remains jammed, we're seeing several vehicles having to even ply by this road. It is, of course, sheer chaos over here near the airport road in Bengaluru, where, you know, all of these protesters were till a little while earlier. We'll, of course, have to wait and see, despite the Chief Minister here saying very, you know, promising, of course, with quite a lot of certainty that they would ensure all establishments comply with the rule. We're seeing that there's chaos and absolute chaos on ground.
Right, Neha, please do continue to be with us, because we have also opened our call-in lines, and the viewers, especially there in Bengaluru and Karnataka, if they are watching the broadcast, they can share their point of view live with us. Mr. Yanagi is with us here on the broadcast. Sir, good afternoon. Sir, would you endorse such kind of violence that taking place in Bengaluru? Such kind of pro-Kannada outfit, sir, seems to have gotten a free hand and a free run. Such kind of damage and vandalism that they have caused today, sir.
The Kannada activists are working for the existential crisis in Karnataka, and they want that Kannada should be protected at any cost because of the influence by the Hindi people and Hindi influence imposed by the central government. So Karnataka as such is one of the Dravidian states which is suffering a lot in the recent times during the BJP rule. One of the sitting MP, even Tejasvi Surya, has said that the Kannada activists are more like blackmailers or roll callers. This is how the tendency and approach of the previous government, and because of which the Kannada activists have taken a back seat and they have suffered a lot. Many cases were registered against the Kannada people. And in order to see that the Kannada should be promoted, protected, and also preserved in future, the activists are struggling
But sir, it is
hard
also important to understand, is it a protest against Hindi or it's a protest to preserve the language? Because we have seen, as far as the signage order is also concerned, that is something which is also followed in Maharashtra and several of those business establishments as well. Mr. Yanagi sir, thank you very much for sharing your point of view. That's what the Congress party has to suggest. The viewers watching the broadcast can share your point of view live with us. If you endorse such kind of violence that seems to be taking place, the example that is now being given, I'm told that Harish is with us right now. He's watching the broadcast. Harish, what do you make of such pictures that are now coming in from Bengaluru?
I would like to make it very clear that, I'm basically born and brought up in Bangalore and I am a proud Kannadiga. But this things what is, shown on the TV is very, very disturbing because we Kannada people are known for our peace and, harmony. And Bangalore is such one cosmopolitan city where you can get the entire population of entire world available here, all type of religion, culture, all type of language people. We never, do such kind of gundaism on anybody. Having said that, I would just like to reply to my minister who just spoke now. Hello?
Yes, sir, go on.
See, basically they don't, specify what was the central government which was trying to impose Hindi and all. And many times these Kannada protesters don't, take off the Urdu boards. They only vandalize the Hindi boards and the English boards, but they never go to, touch the Urdu boards.
Well, sir, there may be a point of view that there is a difference, but as far as we want to focus right now, especially when it comes to the BBMP, which has issued this order for the business establishment to comply, is the deadline given till the end of February, sir. So why we are questioning exactly why is violence necessary, especially forcing the business establishment to actually comply with the order? Kunal is also with us right now. Kunal, is this the Bengaluru that you... All right, I believe Mr. Narayan from Bengaluru is with us, sir. Do you recognize this is your city? If you can see those pictures of violence, how signage and boards that are being torn apart and such kind of protests taking place?
No, this is not done. I am a Kannadiga myself. The violence of any kind is not appreciated. I think Kannada, promoting Kannada is necessary and required. But what the Congress person said, this is nothing to do with BJP or Hindi. It is to do with English. So I think the Congress people should not derail this discussion and debate into some other ways. But violence of any kind is not appreciated and it should not be done.